Hello guys, and welcome to episode 2 of my Total War Warhammer 3 Immortal Empires campaign, playing as Astragoth Ironhand leading the Chaos Dwarfs to world domination. Previously we secured the province of Zorn Azkul, and we'll be moving on to Saber Mountain soon enough, because I think wiping out the Saberskin and taking them off our back would be a good idea early on. And then we can also potentially put some pressure onto Grimgor. I know some of you guys in the comments were a bit worried about him for the future. So maybe we can work on that, take him out early on, take out the Saberskin early on. And then we'll see what the Tusked Sons get up to after that. So let's see, what else do we have to do here? We do have the Hobgoblin mustering camp. We're just keeping that for the time being so that I can recruit myself some more archers. And we're going to destroy the one in the fort so that we can replace that with a armaments building, so we can get more armaments per turn. We do need to choose a commandment here. I think we're just going to go for billowing smokestacks, because we need to try and not lose too much labour, and loss of labour is based on control levels. So if we can avoid our control going down too much, I think that would benefit us. Otherwise, I think we're pretty much set. We just need to end the turn, and then we'll move on towards the Saberskin. We'll probably do another turn of recruitment on the border, and then we can attack the settlement after that, because they'll have probably quite a few ogres inside the settlement, probably be like a full stack there. It might be quite a difficult battle, but we'll see. Maybe I can ambush them or something. Anyway, labour quotas is done, which is good. Let's have a look. What else could we go for now? It could be a good idea to get the Stronghold Syndrome. I could also get the extra melee defense for Chaos Dwarves early on. Extra control in all provinces is nice though early on. Just get these like initial research done, so because they don't really take that long. So it seems like it's worth it. Lovely. Alright. So hopefully Astragoth, let's see. He still gets a reasonable amount of replenishment, so we'll stop here. We'll grab another couple, and we'll get some more sneaky gets. There we go. Alright, here we need to build the gunsmith. And that is everything once again. The tallest towers is done in 2 turns. Nothing else we can do in terms of diplomacy at the moment, unless we can maybe get some trade agreements or something. We can get non-aggression pact with Clan Ferric. Where is Clan Ferric though? That is the question. No idea. It is night. We'll not bother doing that for now. Let's just move on to the next turn. Yeah, we'll attack Saberskin, and then we'll probably jump over and take out Grimgor early on. I think it should be relatively easy, as long as we have enough Hobgoblin archers. You just kind of hold down the front line, pepper them with arrows. Classic early game. Oh, this is nice. Although I don't think there's going to be a garrison, or at least towers. Let's declare war. Take him out nice and early on. Alright, we could potentially auto-resolve, but I think I'm going to play it out. And there's no towers or anything we have to worry about, so we'll play it out. We can try and take as many captives as possible to get our labour going a bit more. The reinforcements coming in on the right is just going to be the single lord, isn't it? So I think what I'm going to do is we'll play off the left side So let's just move pretty much everything over here. Don't need to sort it out at the start because we're going to be moving out immediately over to the left side here. If I can fight them in like this choke, for example, that would be great. So we're going to try and get up on this hill early on, and we'll just speed it up because that's going to make their entire army rotate round. So we're going to try and fight them between here if we can. Might be worth having Astragoth just engage some of the ogre balls. Although getting him surrounded is not a good idea. So what's the range on these? 70. Doesn't have an indicator, which is interesting. My bull centaur Torok just killed one of the ogre balls. Oh, we do have Noblar trappers on the flank here. Okay, that's not good. Right, we're gonna set up here then. I'm gonna have the Chaos Dwarf blunderbusters fire through the middle of that. Oh, they don't actually have... Ah, okay, interesting. This is really bad. Because they're going to charge downhill. Anyway. These guys should be alright to fire into this engagement. Let's just make sure that we're holding them there. Lovely. Let's make sure we kill the Saber pack. We don't want them charging into our blunderbusters. I need those blunderbusters firing into these ogres and killing them off. This is going to be a bit messy, but we're okay. That was a cool animation. Yeah, unfortunately these are taking a ton of damage. These Hobgoblin archers really don't do as much damage as I hoped that they would. But those should have been on guard. At least now they're routed, they should stop targeting them. This is pretty wild. Okay, these need to keep chasing down the Noblar trappers there. We need to keep shooting into them. Perfect. Very messy battle. I think we're alright now. Actually, let's just make sure that those ogre balls are gone. I guess one problem with Astragoth early on is he doesn't have like big AoE spells to use, because that would be a perfect target. Nice, we just killed their lord. That'll probably cause army losses, I would assume. Good. Let's go down, take out the Slaughtermaster, and then just run the rest down. It's definitely a lot more messy than I had hoped, but I think we got the job done. We'll see if we can run down a few more before the end. Not sure we'll be able to catch up to many of them though. Because also thanks to you guys in the comments. I do appreciate comments, by the way, when you guys are trying to give me a hand. If we extend the battles and we chase down units and get more kills this way, then we can get more labour out of battles. So in this case, if I can maybe get a few more kills, then that would be great. Trouble is, we've got quite a ways to go. And it looks like we didn't quite get there in time, but I guess every little helps. We got 208 labour from that battle. And we got a Rampager's standard. So we can occupy at level 2 for 50 conclave influence. That's if we want to occupy it as a tower. But I think we'll just occupy it as an outpost. That way we can get ourselves some more raw materials. Go ahead and pop a strip mine in there. We can make that accept new labour. Might as well not build that yet then, because we don't have the labour to run it. We could instead do a money pit, because that doesn't require labour. So potentially we just do that for the short term, as our income is not that high at the moment. So the Flaming Sword of Ruin spell gives flaming attacks, doesn't it? So if we combine those, I think that would actually be pretty good. And then we do maybe Kindle Flame as well, which gives more weakness to fire. So we get plus 20% weakness to fire damage. The Ash Storm, I think, provides weakness to fire as well. So you get minus 40%. Well, I guess it would be plus 20%, plus 40%, sorry, weakness to fire damage. And then you imbue what you want with fire damage, so that you're doing a ton of damage. Spreading control is actually kind of important. What I am going to do is I'm going to give the Rampager's standard to this chap, I think. So that when he's attacking stuff initially, it does tons of damage. Right, that should be the Saberskin destroyed. Yep, they're gone. And now we'll probably look at jumping over and attacking Grimgor. I think I can probably jump from here to maybe here. then we can attack wherever he isn't, first of all. In terms of this, we'll just grab some goblin labourers, just some fodder, I think is a good idea. Is it worth me upgrading these? Probably not at the moment. This requires raw materials to upgrade. I think everything in the main settlement, in the towers, requires mostly raw materials and armaments to upgrade by the looks of things. Although this building requires cash. Interesting. I do probably want to get the ash level, but getting it here seems kind of pointless because of the drill. Obviously getting Infernal Guard afterwards is a nice upgrade, but I think we probably build this in a second tower when we decide where we want to put that. Let me have a look at this province. So this is technically a 4 settlement province. It backs on to our other Chaos Dwarves, so maybe we go about wiping out Folg and Grimgor's Boys, maintain that entire province, and then we head to the west. And here's my labor economy. This is labor is basically extremely similar to slaves, right? That's pretty much what it is. It might be worth me doing a labor action actually, because control is struggling a little bit here. And we should definitely move some labor. Transporting labor between provinces has a treasury cost based on the number being moved. Ah, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think popping one of these would be a good idea. Getting the +10 control for 10 turns might not be a bad idea. Also, the Conclave influence is very useful. So we could have potentially pushed for that early on because we would have unlocked the Tower of Tsar next turn. How often can I click that though? Is it once a turn? Not sure. Anyway, nothing else really to do. We do have 120 armaments, so we can potentially get more warriors if we want to, but I think we kind of save for more bull centaurs and potentially more Chaos Dwarf blunderbusses, but we need a place to recruit them first. So we'll probably do renders first. Alright, let's move on to the next turn. I'd say so far so good. We haven't actually got any enemies at the moment, but I probably shouldn't have said that because I instantly jinxed the campaign. We're going to get declared on by like 10 different people. Alright, let's see if we can reach over this mountain. Doesn't look like it, actually, which is a little bit of a shame. I'm going to try and move here. And maybe we can now jump over. We also have military convoys enabled now. Interesting. We can create a convoy. This Lord's Convoy army has an additional Bull Centaur Torok unit. And we get extra hero capacity for Bull Centaur Toroks and extra speed. This chap has additional War Machine units, extra ammunition for artillery, and extra range for artillery. Actually a pretty cool army. I like this army a lot though. Like the 3 blunderbusses. And again, this one just seems very good. So we'll grab this chap. What are we going to do? So we can send 100 armaments and get back 140 labor. Send out money to get raw materials. Send out more armaments to get labor there. Money to get labor. Armaments to get money. Interesting. There's no way for me to get more armaments, is there? Because that's the best thing that I could use. I think it could be a good idea to do treasury for raw materials. I don't know how much I need though. Oh, I can only do maximum of 1,000 anyway. Alright, we'll do that then. Right, off we go. Cool. I'm not sure how we really deal with this, but there's that. We set up a military convoy. And I guess he's going to be on his merry way. Okay, cool. Well, Tallest Towers is done. We could do pandemic preparations. That would give extra chaos undivided corruption. Okay, interesting. Getting up to finest leaders early on seems like a decent idea, and the magic item drop chance early on is good. I'm tempted to just click up to finest leaders, unless I can find something else that would be better. Getting the extra armaments output early on actually would be pretty nice. You could also do Call to War. Actually, let's do Call to War because it's only going to take a couple turns. And that's pretty much everything done. I'm hoping that I can jump over to here next turn with Astragoth. If I can't, then we will have wasted a turn, which is obviously not ideal. Kolek is hanging about. Maybe taking out Kolek early on could be a good idea, especially if Kolek attacks Ice Spear and takes it, which they did. So it might be a good idea maybe to kill Kolek early. And then come back down for the greenskins. I can just see myself getting more and more distracted. But he's not that far off, to be honest. So I think we kill Kolek early on. We would end up at war with Dolgan, but we can deal with that, I think. Alright, let's jump on in. Fighting Kolek already. The good thing about this is it means that I don't have to worry about the jump over the mountains. And we're being efficient with our movement. Kolek does have a pretty scary force. He also has a hell cannon, which is going to be a problem. How am I going to want to deal with this? We definitely want to come from the right. We want to be up this hill. But I need to make sure that we're in formation before we get attacked this time. That would be nice. Is there anywhere I can deploy these without them being seen? Not really. I mean, I can deploy them really far up, but if they run through there and find them, I think they're dead. I guess it doesn't matter too much. Are there any hobgoblins? Right, what I'm going to do is we're just going to come over here. Try and keep our distance, although the Howl Cannon might make that difficult. What's the range on the Howl Cannon? Okay, I can keep a wide berth around that for sure. So let's just make sure we do. And we'll just speed things up. Once we line up on this hill, then we can push across. This will actually work quite well as well, because we can use the blunderbusses more efficiently, I think. I keep moving them back, and I want to keep them there because as this keeps rotating, I might be able to actually sneak them in to kill the Howl Cannon while the engagement's going on. So we can just keep the Hobgoblins behind. Although I am going to want to have them in like pretty spread formations because of the Howl Cannon. I think the big plan is going to be basically having the Chaos Dwarf blunderbusses kill pretty much all of the Dragon Ogres for us. We can also engage the Dragon Ogres with Astragoth and Zorak. I'm basically going to ignore Kolek, I think, for the majority of this battle. Until the end. Or kill his army, focus that down. I think it's going to be a lot easier to do it that way. Oh, what are these? It's like plague pots. Ouch. That has the potential to do a lot of damage. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to create like a little blob here, a little blob here, a little blob up here. We'll have these in the middle, although they're being focused, which is really, really irritating. And all of these behind. Okay. Yeah, the fact they're shooting like the Chaos Dwarf blunderbusses specifically is irritating. Like they're specifically hitting the Hobgoblins now. We just need to provoke them to attack. Alright, we'll send these into the two left blobs. I can keep... actually, I don't think I can keep any of those there. We'll move in with the Goblin Labourers to keep them pinned down. Alright. Pushing on the flank. It's really irritating that those are getting hit. Don't want to lose them. Okay, and we go there. Lovely. We need to go in here as well. Honestly, we could maybe try and focus down Kolek, although I should probably focus down the Dragon Ogres. I'm glad those broke free. Let's come up and maybe attack the Dragon Ogres there. Yeah, not having my blunderbusses in the fight is really bad. I'm not sure what happened with them, to be honest. It looks like they went and engaged in melee because they didn't have guard mode on. Let's get Astragoth out of there. Maybe we can take down Kolek as well. I just need to make sure that Astragoth Ironhand is out of there. Let's go ahead and drop down this. And we'll do flaming attacks. Very good. Damage is pretty good right now. We've killed Kolek. This looked a bit touch and go, but I think we got it sorted. We're going to have to colonize the settlement to get replenishment. Actually, let's not fire that there. Oh, I think that's victory. Beautiful. Well, my bull centaurs are nearly dead. I think they survived with one model, so it should be fine. Unless I just killed them. It's not the end of the world if they're dead, because we can just re-recruit them. I don't think they were that high level, a high rank. We'll just take as many kills from these marauders as we can. And then we'll leave it there. For the pair of victory. Maybe I could have tried to go head on, but it looks like that worked out okay. We killed one of the dragon ogres at least, which is good. Taking the replenishment might be a nice idea. Do we need the extra labor? Extra labor is always nice. The ransom is also pretty decent. I think we're going to take the ransom because that will pay for the colonization of Icebure. Assuming that it requires money. Yes, it does. Okay. Do I want to do this as a factory? I think I do. Pop that in there. And build it up with some raw materials. Let's level up Astragoth. He's pretty close to getting evasion, then we can get the Hellhammer, which is his big AoE spell. I'm gonna grab spread control. Just so that we can get the control up here ASAP. The other thing that I can do is maybe put in the strip mine, transfer the labor, so we have the 300 labor, that way we get more raw materials. Also, we can now use the Tower of Tsar. So we have multiple tiers, and at each tier we can choose seats. Now, these seats give us specific things, so example, casualty replenishment rate. Other Chaos Dwarves can come along and take them from us, or they can choose one of their own, stopping us from getting it, but then we can try and take it from them. So we're the first one here, which means I can pretty much choose what I want. The extra raw materials is nice. Extra campaign map movement range after winning a battle is very nice. Extra armaments per turn is very good actually early on. I think we might take the blacksmith, because that also gives us more armaments output. I think armaments in general is going to be very useful early on, for getting us like a decent army to work with. Because if I can increase the amount of like bull centaur renders I can get, that would be pretty huge. Although I say that, Astragoth's going to be heading over towards good old Kolek here, who we've managed to beat. I will probably chase them down. We'll have to use camp starts though, so that I get the most I can out of replenishment. I was tempted to go for the replenishment in the Tower of Tsar. Oh, we found ourselves some more Chaos Dwarfs. Interesting.
Celestial.
I don't really like us very much though. I guess that will have to wait. Alright, well we do have 6,300, so there is potentially precedent to upgrade something. I might also just demolish this now, and then I can get myself the ash level, maybe. I don't know if I want to do that either. I was literally talking about this before, wasn't I? We'll get the high-powered drill assembly line. That's definitely something we should do. I just need the raw materials for that. Currently we're making 300, but we're using 150 per turn on the gunsmith. I think what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this. Maybe what I do as well here is we make this into something else. Can I switch it? Not sure how I switch it if I want to switch it. Maybe I have to build it up first and then switch it. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll build it up first, and then maybe I'll switch it over to an outpost, and we'll just make this into like a raw materials area that's just pumping out loads of raw materials. Okay. Let's move on to the next turn, I think. He'll probably try and do a runner. If we can catch up to the challenge stone before that army arrives, then we're okay. Oh, he stayed there. That's actually a good thing, because it means we can just finish them off. And we'll kill off the dragon ogres that they won't be able to re-recruit. That's actually really big. We have a quest issued. Stone Mantle. Ensure that the following building has been constructed at Demon Smithy. Stone Mantle, one of Astragoth's most powerful talismans, has become weakened and damaged with age. You know how truly old the artifact is, however, but it has the appearance of a hardy cloak. No mere tailor can ever hope to repair it. Only the arcane techniques of the Darklands demon smithies can restore its ancient powers. This gives him ward save, which is nice. So we'll need a demon smithy. Rock skulls are destroyed. We could build one of them already. I am tempted to just do that straight away, because that's an extra 5k in the bank and a good item for Astragoth. I find it actually very strange that the AI stood there. I was convinced they were going to run away. Anyway, we could go to hollow rounds for the extra missile strength and reload time reduction for the Chaos Dwarf blunderbusses. That's pretty big. Also, like extra melee attack and minus upkeep is good. I think all of these like low turn ones are actually pretty nice early on. So, since we have a lot of orc labourers and goblin labourers, well, actually not that many, but it will improve our You can come a little bit. So what's going on with the military convoy? So he's basically there, which is fine. Cool. Let's just finish him off. We will play it out. It shouldn't be as scary as it was before because obviously Kolek's not leading the army. And they don't have half as many dragon ogres as they did. And this is a very nice map. It's like half the map is completely cut off. So we will just play off the left side. I'm going to do what I was doing before where we create like 3 blobs. And then we'll pop these like sort of in between, I guess. I'm going to try and keep the Bull Centaur renders out of combat. Honestly, my Bull Centaur Torok is pretty healthy. I'm thinking I might go and engage these Chaos Warhounds. Yeah, let's just use Astragoth and the Bull Centaur Torok to take them out. Oh, he does have Penumbral Pendulum, okay. Interesting. I will engage the Dragon Ogres there. And we'll shoot them down. Very good. Okay, let's start shooting the Dragon Ogres there. Fortunately, the magic did get the better of my Goblin Labourers. Right, let's go ahead and put the Ash Storm on here. We'll do the Flaming Sword of Luin on all of these. And they should all die very quick. Very nice. My Bull Centaur renders did get involved here, but they should be fine. Good. All those Dragon Ogres killed off. We'll never see them again. I stopped friendly firing. We'll chase down a little bit, not too much. Just get a few more kills in. Not going to catch up with the Lord, so that's fine. But we can kill off some more Marauders. Alright, we'll just end it there. That'll do. Nice decisive victory. That's giving us another 900, more experience, more labour. I am very tempted to take the replenishment this time around, although another 71 labour It's pretty big, actually. Yeah, we'll take that. So here we're going to put the strip mine in. Let that build up and build another strip mine there as well. And we can get all of this labor to work. I kind of want to move as far as I can this turn. There's another army building at the challenge stone. Okay. We are going to have another big battle on our hands. Let's get the evasion going. Lovely. So upgrading the factory is a nice idea, but that requires raw materials. Upgrading the overseas camp only costs money, so I'm almost tempted to do that. What else could we build here if we were to do that? Like, I could put a guard tower in for the extra control. The garrison outpost seems unnecessary. The nice thing about having the watchtowers, of course, is that it increases our control, allows us to have more labourers working there. So I am almost tempted to upgrade that, and it will increase the amount of conclave influence. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay. It only increases the income and the garrison. Ah, that doesn't really seem that worth it, but then again, money is somewhat easier to come by, it seems. Anyway, unfortunately, guys, it has been my time, so I'm going to leave it here. In the next episode, what we're going to do is hopefully wipe out the Heralds of the Tempest. That will kill off Kolek. Then we can turn back and we can try and take out Grimgor's Boys. We could also try and kill off the Tusked Sons. We want to try and make sure that there's as little resistance on our borders as possible. So killing off factions while we can is actually a really good idea. But the current one we need to kill is, of course, the Heralds of the Tempest. And I am almost tempted to try and take Challenge Stone, Dragon's Death, and Floating Mountain, and then leave ourselves backed onto Nurgle, but I don't know if that's any better than leaving ourselves backed onto Dolgan, to be honest, because both will most likely declare war on us. Hard to say. Anyway, that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.